It's day 4. Yeah, it's day 4. Today and yesterday were rest days for me, which kind of turned into rest and respond, which is good. It meant I reached back out to people that I needed to reach out to. Because I'm sometimes really bad at responding if things are going on in my life. Thank you, lack of object permanence. So, but I've been doing some like super deep level, like healing, understanding, realizations. I'm like, I understand. I get it. I understand how hard certain decisions that were made in my life were to make. I understand that. And I also understand being physically removed from those environments. I do. I acknowledge that. I am thankful for that. I am grateful for that. I am. What I am not grateful for is what that event caused. It cost me so much. Because whereas yes, I was physically removed, the memory of the one responsible was brought with us. It was brought with us. Yes, the physicality was no longer there, but the memory was there. The memory was there. The spirit was there because it was spoken on from a positive manner about how great this being was. So do not tell me that I was protected when I was not, because the spirit and energy and memory of the person who abused me was brought with me along my fucking journey. So no, when you only acknowledge one side of the story and you don't look at the 100% reality of the entire happening, no, I'm not going to continuously forgive you. I have forgiven you for my sake. But when you want to try and have a relationship and there's repair that needs to be done, it's continuous. It's not dragging the past with me. It's, hey, you want to fix our relationship? Then we're going back to when it originally broke. And we're going to sit down and we're going to acknowledge the truth of the entire happening. Because whereas I was removed physically, the spirit came too. The spirit of my abuser came too. And then when we learned that, hey, you married a very similar person. That was my father. You're not going to sit here and tell me, oh, I loved him. I know you loved him and your daddy. I know. I know you did. And by doing that, you failed me. You didn't love me. You loved the idea of me, but you loved your father and your husband more. That is the truth and the reality of it. It sucks. It is awful, but that is the reality. I understand that you were in survival mode. I understand that you made hard decisions because it was a hard decision to make. I get that. But what we are not going to do is dismiss, ignore, and completely obliterate my side of the experience. Because my side of the experience matters too. I don't have to tell my story in the way that I was telling it before. But people need to understand that there are multiple perspectives in one reality, but there is one reality. And when you refuse to acknowledge even just one part of that reality. You take my voice away. You take my reality away. You take all freedom, all safety, everything like that. You're not that for me. When you dismiss and refuse to accept and acknowledge and apologize specifically, why would I let you back in? When every time I try to get there, I acknowledge your side. I will acknowledge your part. I will acknowledge what's done to you, what you did wrong, what you did right, the good, the bad, everything. All I have ever asked for is to see it from my side now. That is why it has always seemed like, oh, I just want it to be all about me. I just want it to be all about me. No, I just want you to understand me. You say that you care and you say that you love me. But when it comes time for me needing that specific love, but you won't give it to me the way I need it, you want to give it the way you want to, there's a problem there. There's a problem there. You're not understanding love language and you're not understanding their communication language. So y'all aren't going to get there. We're not going to get there. Which is why I started to remove myself. I know when I get to a certain point where I feel like I need to fight, and then there's that feeling in my body along with it, that's when I know, okay, I'm about to turn into somebody that I don't want to turn into. That's not my character. That's them. That's me allowing them to affect my emotions. So I need to take a step back. I need to take a leave of absence. I need to take a break. I need to pause. I'm going to go collect myself. I'm going to get back to myself for a second. And that is why it is so important to distance yourself. You don't have to cut off or burn bridges at first. Just take a step back. See what it does for you. See how it helps you and whether or not you can go back into that environment or not. That's all. Communication is so helpful. So helpful. And understanding the way someone communicates, especially someone who is a neurodivergent. My communication style is very different. But it's also very the same. Like it's both. It is both. And there's always a method to my madness. And I may be in a healed version of myself. I may be in a healing version of myself. I may be in my mistake version of myself. And I could be in my, hey, we're going to tackle this head on version of myself. So I just tell my people, I just need patience. I just need patience and grace. Patience and grace, please. Thank you. Because I know I'm going to mess up. I'm practicing. There's a lot of things that I'm unlearning and relearning, so I'm going to mess up. No, I'm not excusing myself from messing up. I still need to acknowledge it. I still need to apologize for it. But I know I have at least 3 to 5 times before it becomes an actual habit for me personally. That's all. Healing's tough. Healing's hard. And it's so worth it. Like once you start seeing it and once you start feeling it, that's when it feels really good. And that's when it feels real and you're like, okay, all right. You analyze yourself, you double check yourself. Okay, this is what I did right. This is what I did wrong. This is what I can do better. This is what I maybe need to like tone down on. It just happens. All right. I love you. And we get back to like full swing work tomorrow, day 5.